Hello. This is filmed after the reading vlog is actually done. I forgot to do an intro, so here it is now. This is what I would like to call the Lewis Pullman Saga, where I read the book versions of the film/TV shows he's been in. This is not in order, I don't think. I have already watched Salem's Lot, but I will rewatch it. So here's the books. We're starting with Lessons in Chemistry, where he plays Calvin Evans. This next bit's in no order, but we've got Salem's Lot, where he plays Ben Mears, the main character, although I'm pretty sure in the film I remember him kind of being sidelined, even though it's his story. I got this secondhand on Vinted, by the way. Look at how good that is. It's got a itty bitty Lewis on the front. And then Catch-22, where he plays Major. And then Remarkably Bright Creatures, which the film isn't out yet, so I better get reading on that. Are you ready for the emotional turmoil that is Lessons in Chemistry? A few things have changed since I last did a video. I'm obsessed with Lewis Pullman. I love Lewis Pullman. Now he's in a few book to TV, book to film adaptations. So what did I decide I was gonna read? Lessons in Chemistry. I'm about 100 pages in, so I feel like I can continue doing a reading vlog of it perfectly fine. But in case you didn't know, he plays a character called Calvin. I love Calvin with my whole soul. Calvin died. This was that reaction. I don't like this book. Oh. I don't like this book. That was awful. It's different in the book to all of you being like, it was a bus. No. In the book, it's a police car. This is awful. Because I've somewhat calmed down, it's been like an hour. Now, I knew he was gonna die. I was aware because, hello, everyone talks about it in the Lewis Pullman little fan base. We all talk about Calvin being dead. And I was distraught. This book will end me. I don't play about Lewis Pullman. I don't. Bob! Okay, so one thing that's absolutely fucking destroying me about this book is that they keep giving the dog a point of view. Calvin and Elizabeth have a dog called 630, who in the funeral chapter, I'm pretty sure, has his own point of view. He has his own point of view in the chapter where Calvin dies, and he's got a whole grief chapter, like, kind of dedicated to him, where he admits he feels guilty about Calvin dying, and that he has his own way of trying to telepathically communicate with Calvin in the ground. This book is not for the weak. It's not for the weak, and the baby isn't even born yet. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Elizabeth is pregnant, and I just spat everywhere. Elizabeth is pregnant, and she found out just after Calvin's funeral, and she got fired for being pregnant and unwed, because it's set in the 50s and 60s, and society sucked ass. This is what I mean about the dog having his own point of view. From off to the left, the groundskeeper shuffled into view, a rifle resting on his shoulder, a strange thing, in 630's opinion, to carry in a place of the already dead. Crouching, he waited for the man to leave, then relaxed his body down the length of the casket buried below. Hello, Calvin. This is how he communicated with humans on the other side. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. He used the same technique with the creature growing inside of Elizabeth. Hello, creature, he transmitted as he pressed his ear to Elizabeth's belly. It's me, 630. I'm the dog. Whenever he initiated contact, he always reintroduced himself. From his own lessons, he knew repetition was important. The key was not to overdo the repetition, not to make it so tiresome that it actually had an inverse result and caused the student to forget. That was called boredom. According to Elizabeth, boredom was what was wrong with education today. Creature, he communicated last week. 630 here. He waited for a response. Sometimes the creature extended a small fist, which he found thrilling. Other times, he heard singing. But yesterday, he'd broken the news. There's something you should know about your father. and it began to cry. He pressed his nose deep into the grass. "Calvin," he communicated, "we need to talk about Elizabeth." This is insane. This book is so sad. Dr. Mason, you're like a breath of fresh air. Oh my god, after just arsehole after arsehole, we finally have a nice guy. Oh, what a legend. I forgot to mention my new bookshelf. On the side I got some of my fave films, and the ones I couldn't fit on there have gone up here, and I might have to move the Saturday night one because you cannot see it. You can only just see the top of The Outsiders. This is my top shelf. It's my Marvel shelf. It's got my comics except for my Sentry one because I'm reading it. This is my Sentry Funko. He's new. And my Peter Parker, I've had him since I was about 15. On the top's gonna be my Jellycats. There's a Build-A-Bear. Here I've got my classic. And then my Scott Pilgrims. I need to find my first one. I don't know where that is. My Riddler Funko Pop. Two of my copies are of Red, White and Royal Blue. I don't know where my other one is. One of my copies of In Memoriam. Don't know where my other one is. This is my Little Life shelf. I've got 4 copies. I've got a 5th one on the way. Comes out in October, I think. It's the 10th anniversary edition, and this is the play script. I need to find my 2 programs because they will probably join. This is my Stephen King section where I need to add Salem's Lot because I've just got that. These are my little It Funkos because I had a huge It phase. This is the Black Phone, which is here because it's written by Stephen King's son. Here's What If It's Us. I need to find the sequel. I have it, it's somewhere, and I'll add it there. Hiding Him, which I haven't read yet. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I also haven't read yet. This is my Mina Liam of Peter Pan. Then we've got First Time Caller, Curious Incident of a Dog in the Nighttime, and then my little true crime section. This is what I like to call my series section. So we've got Gromit guarding them, then my You books, which I'm gonna do a whole video reading. Divergent, which I'm also gonna do a whole video reading. Here's some of my Grantchester books. My Bridgerton books, only 2, 3 and 4. My Girl Online books that I've had for years. These are Ancient Relics. My John Greens, and then my Hunger Games. Down here is my Heartstopper section. This is the Attitude Mag and the Diva Mag. Then we have my Heartstopper yearbook, then my other Alice Oseman books. If you want to know my favourite, it's Radio Silence. This is my little Carrie Hope Fletcher section. This is my Stefan Funko Pop. SNL, if you know. More Chill, One of Us is Lying. Ways to Live Forever, which destroyed me. Mickey 7. Fellow Travelers. Pride. This is Brokeback Mountain, the book, and Brokeback Mountain, the script. Then I got my little Agatha Christie section here. And I like to call this just my random books section. So I've got my Dear Evan Hansen there. The New Life, which I haven't started yet. This Is Going to Hurt. My Freedom McFadden books, which were given to me as a gift from my brother's girlfriend because she likes her books. Last Night at the Telegraph Club. Bellies, One Day, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Song of Achilles, which I need to start. This is a whole bunch of like scripts, and then Shuggy Bane, even though I should put that with Young Mungo, wherever the hell I've got that. Wind and Willows, which is old as hell. Warhorse, which is from when I was in school. And then I have Matilda and Charlie in a Chocolate Factory as well. These are my little Doctor Who books. There's a little book on cats or something. We Don't Like This Man. Secret History. Virgin Suicide. Love Simon. And I still have some space to put some more down here. And that is my bookshelf. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put Lessons in Chemistry. I may have a shuffle about, because I've got a bunch of books that Lewis Pullman stars in, like the film or TV show adaptations of, that I kind of want their own section on here, but I don't know where I'd put them. I'm gonna read one more chapter, I think, and then sleep. I say sleep, I will just watch TikTok edits of Rat Abbott. That's Rat Abbott. It was named 6:30 to commemorate the exact time they'd become a family. I'm fine. I'm not having fun, because the little girl they cast in the TV show looks like a perfect blend of the two of them. Okay, now that Madeline's like an actual character that can walk and talk, very suddenly, I'm grinning a lot more. Welcome back, Calvin Evans. He'd failed once to protect someone he loved. He would not fail again. Suddenly, I'm not having fun anymore. Again, I'm suddenly not having fun. Any mention of Calvin and the parent he was going to be makes me so sad. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry anymore. I've shed too many tears over this book. I don't want to cry anymore. And I've got fucking tears in my eyes. Alexa, play Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. Calvin's been dead a long time now. I didn't think we were gonna time jump like that. There really are only like 2 okay men in this whole book. And it's Dr. Mason and Calvin Evans, one of which is dead. She's finally giving her Calvin's work. Like 5 years later, what the fuck? Why did it take so long? I've had a shower, hence why my hair looks like this. But this Walter guy, love him. He's great. We finally got another man in this book that's not a total piece of shit, and I'm hoping he stays that way. But every mention of Calvin has got me like, I love a diva who haunts the narrative. Okay, no, I take it back. He's kind of a dickhead. What the fuck? Not again. No, thank you. I've already dealt with one funeral. Why are we talking about another one? Oh my god. Calvin and Elizabeth joined their autism to make even bigger autism. She's their joint autistic sleigh. Some people think you can't miss what you never had, but I think you can. Do you? She's 5. Oh my god. I'm not having fun. I'm really not. I have tears in my eyes. She's just met Calvin's pen pal. My god. Oh my god. I was not expecting that to happen. This reverend she's been talking to the whole time was Calvin's pen pal from when he was in college. What are the fucking chances? He officiated Calvin's funeral. Everything leads back to Calvin Evans. I was not expecting that. This show that Elizabeth is on, that she's turned into her own thing, allowing all these women to be open about what they actually want to do with their lives, is so sweet. Come on, this diva had to have been written as autistic. Same with Calvin, same with Mad. Like, this is overstimulation. Why am I getting the best representation from this book? This Phil character is absolutely disgusting. Oh my god, he had a heart attack. I was not expecting a commentary on parasocialism. Aww, he's best friends with Elizabeth. Okay, I like Walter now, okay? He was a little bit of a dickhead for like 5 seconds, but I like him now. I'm sorry? Miss Frask is working for Reverend Wakely. The interconnection. The Calvin Evans of it all. They've got 6:30 on the show. Oh my god, Walter's gonna get with Harriet. All of these people in this section need to die. And I'm being so serious. You're telling me Calvin died and all these fuckers didn't. I'm kind of obsessed with Wakely becoming a family friend. If only Calvin was there. Oh, this book's destroying me. The TV show's gonna destroy me. She hesitated. I have a confession to make, Wakely. I've read your letters. The ones you and Calvin wrote to each other. I'm sure they were private, but they were in his belongings and I read them, years ago. Wakely turned to look at her. Evans kept them? He felt a sudden longing for his old friend. Harriet and Walter have been hooking up. I have tears in my eyes. I have tears in my eyes. The guy who was investing in Elizabeth's work was the guy who'd wanted to take Calvin out of the boys' home. I think it's Calvin's relative. I don't know if it's his dad or his uncle or something, but it's reading like a relative to me, personally. I'm in shock. Oh my god, their lives are so interlinked. Alexa, play Invisible String by Taylor Swift. Invisible string, tied to me. Elizabeth's the new director of chemistry for Hastings. Oh my, I love when things work out. All this suffering this poor woman has gone through, all these assholes she's had to deal with, and she's coming out on top. My dad's just come home, but he's Calvin's dad. He is Calvin's dad. Oh my god. It's not, he's not his dad. Avery Parker is his mother. Oh my god. It is done. I finished Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. I think that's how you pronounce her surname. I'm not 100% sure. I thought this was brilliant. This was not a fun read by any chalk of the imagination. This was incredibly sad. I cried a lot. I shed many a tear. But the way the story all interlinks together, I thought was genius. People often say it's too clunky, it goes on too many side rambles. I love a book that goes on a side ramble because I go on a side ramble. I think it feels incredibly human because my brain doesn't track in one straight and narrow line. I will be doing side quests all the time. Calvin, Elizabeth, and Mad, my autistic divas, all three of them, incredibly autistic. I don't care if it's not canon. I don't care if they weren't intended to be that way. It read that way to me and they were brilliant autistic representation. This is an incredibly feminist book. People are going to struggle to read this, but I thought it was brilliant because that's what it was like back in those days. And Elizabeth stood on fucking business, as she fucking should. Don't forget the people out there that were fighting for women's rights. Don't forget about the people that were out there fighting for civil rights, and don't forget about the people that were out there fighting for gay rights, because without the civil rights movement, you don't get all the others. They all interlink. Remember who got you your rights, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. I thought this was a brilliant book, and I recommend it, even if it's very fucking sad. And now I'm watching the TV show. I've just got to the end of episode 2. I'm incredibly sad. Calvin, may you rest in peace. Calvin, you swag too tough. Calvin, you woke too much. Calvin, you bum too baggy. They're gonna kill you, king. Calvin, you're too progressive. Anyway. I've started episode 3, but I think I'm gonna go to bed, so. I would like for everyone to know they kept 630's point of view in the TV show. The dog has a voice. Okay, that is all from me. I'm glad Lewis Pullman flashed ass before he died. Okay, I need to go to bed. I've let this consume me too much today. I need to go to bed. I think the next few videos are gonna be when I'm in New York, which will be in a month. So I have no filming schedule, as we can tell. Okay.